Welcome back. Senator Rand Paul announced the introduction of the End the Vaccine Carveout Act. That legislation aims to remove liability protections from manufacturers and administrators of vaccines from civil action in the case of vaccine-related injury or death. The act will also amend the Public Readiness and Emergency Preparedness Act by excluding COVID-19 vaccines from the definition of covered countermeasures. It was introduced in the House by Congressman Paul Gosar of Arizona and is co-sponsored by Senator Mike Lee of Utah.